Welcome back to this Let's Play of Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2. Last time we kind of poked around the planet as Vader's remote, just activating ships, and though our party is there about to face off with Kreia without the main character involved, which that might not end so well. But let's get this ball rolling. This is the last of 4 ships we're using to reprime the mass shadow generator, which is the weapon that destroyed Malachor 5 in the first place, and all the ships, and all the Jedi, and all Mandalorians, and all the, things that actually caused this game to happen. But, let's do it. Fortunately, it doesn't actually activate it now. You have to activate it later once you're actually done with the planet, and it sort of happens off-screen.
If you are hearing this, then the sequence has been completed. When active, it will destroy Malachor. Again, I have one last command for you. You must remain behind and ensure that the sequence fires properly once the General gives the command. If not, then all we have fought for has been for nothing. You have done all I asked, all you were built for, and for that, I thank you.
And, wait a minute, what's the fat one doing here?
Touching. The probability of the Iridonian installing trigger commands within your core was high. I see the probabilities have played out. Of course, the probability that I would do the same is equally high. Your inability to move right now is evidence of that. If the General issues the command, only I will be here to receive it. You realize I cannot permit you or the exile to activate the mass shadow generator here on Malachor. In that, your programming and mine conflict. And since you have no offensive weaponry to speak of, the probability of your programming overriding mine is low. You must understand that the General would not wish the relics or the strength here on Malachor to be compromised. Their presence is needed to stabilize the galaxy. Without them, the galaxy would be reduced to anarchy within years. And if there is anything I can't stand, it's an untidy galaxy. So, let us wait here, you and I, for the General's orders and calculate the probable fate of the galaxy.
Correction. One could rust listening to your speeches, Fat One. Perhaps it is the large unwieldy vocabulator within your moon-sized frame that prevents your calculations from taking me into account. And while I find this small droid annoying in the extreme, I find my urge to shoot you takes a higher priority.
Unfortunately for you, I have arranged for friends to meet me here, and you seem to have brought none of your own. Stop him.
Unexpected correction. We are not here to aid you. We are here because our predecessor unit summoned us. Statement. As always, Fat One, you have miscalculated.
An unfortunate oversight. All I wished was to help my programming. Either way, the Republic is...
Observation. I thought he would never die.
That sequence is obviously different. We missed a movie there of the Ebon Hawk breaking free.
We've come a long way, Kreia. Don't bother getting up.
Ah, the Huntress. To come alone. You are braver than I thought.
She is not alone. We stand with her.
And with her, stand all the Jedi.
And now I come in saying something suitably heroic.
Children with lightsabers, but not Jedi, I think. Come close. Let me look upon you and see what the exile's teaching has forged. An assassin, wasted pawn of the Republic, a blinded slave, and a fool. Which of you wishes to try yourselves against me? As you can see, I am unarmed. You, perhaps. You are a wasted pawn of the Republic, young one. You could have been so much more, even with your wide-eyed innocence, your naive love for others.
party members, don't do the mook come one at a time thing. That's really embarrassing. You know.
Think before you throw away your life for her. Think of everything you will lose by dying. Your lusts unfulfilled, a dance unfinished, a love requited. Think before you give it up so quickly. And you, blind one, you have hungered to strike me down ever since you saw the bond the exile and I share. Can you feel the force running through me, even past the veil, past your blooded eyes? You know you cannot win.
Force runs strong within you, Treya. But in the howling of a storm, it is difficult to hear the whisper of the blade. You have forever been the blind one. You were given a gift few are ever given, and yet you let your gift of sight warp you, twist.
You think your existence under your lord was torture, Miraluka? I will make you see an assassin.
Oh, come on, guys. You know, you had 4-to-1, and now you're down to 1-to-1? Better part of valor! Better part of valor! Yeah, brave Sir Robin ran away. Directly into, something else. But hey, you know.
And I get the fool.
Funny. That's just what I was thinking.
Alright, this fight is about the same as the fight that we had with our good friend Hanhar, though I guess Darcian could theoretically reflect a blaster bolt, and he is a little stronger. I suppose I could use shields or something, but for the most part I'm just going to kite around him
More where that came from.
and pick him off at a distance.
More where that came from.
Good enough. I'll just use the level to heal trick, and, you know, I really don't care. Here, have Dex. I really don't care. This is the last time I will ever use Atten, so I'll give him Force Push.
More where that came from.
And, he beats feet.
When the exile enters the Treyas Academy, she will be faced with a choice. One path, assuming she survives, will allow her to save her friends, but she shall be the weaker for it. The other route will lead her directly to this place, through the ones that have hounded her steps from the beginning, and she shall have her vengeance. Show her every respect when she arrives in these halls, Lord Scion. This I command you.
Alright, well, here we are finally back in control of our character. And I'm just dropping into my inventory here. I am going to switch things out a little bit. This Force Focusing Visor is a random item I picked up. It gives me greater Wisdom bonus. Also gives a Charisma bonus I can't really take much advantage of. But I'm going to be using Force powers through this final area a lot more than I am going to be using my lightsabers, because there are a lot of enemies here, and none of them are particularly strong. This one I'm just going to... This Elite Sith Assassin is, I guess, the exception that proves the rule. I don't know. Yay, you get another random lightsaber. Anyway, we've got these three Sith Assassins, and we start Force Wave. And that I'm only fighting 3 enemies at once is very small numbers for this area. Now, as Kreia points out, you can essentially... Oh, hey, look. It's just for more random guys. There are... well, look. Here are another 6 guys. There are probably more enemies in this final area than like the rest of the game combined. They're just swarms of them. And none of them are particularly hard, though they're not trivially easy. And area of effect force powers are the way to go. the babbling that Cray was saying about you can either save your companions or, you know, become more powerful on your way in. It's more or less you go right to save your companions, you go left to become more powerful. I'm actually going to do both, just for the fun of it. There's no reason you can't. With the proper force powers, it's not like this area is particularly challenging. And I'm not going to bother picking up any of the loot just for sake of speed. Like I did in the cantina, I'm actually going to specifically run around and sort of corral enemies together to try and speed things up a little bit. If there were any inventory items that you wanted that you hadn't found in the game, you'll probably find them here. But hello. Just because all of these enemies have the potential to drop loot, and as you might have noticed, there are a lot of them. In fact, there are certain items that I've never found except here, including some of the higher level allows you to use force powers armor. I've never been particularly thrilled by some of the higher level allowed to use force powers armor, mostly because it's ugly. But this Barandos Sage robe is more than good enough for what I'm doing. Even more guys! Oh, there are 3 of them. This particular power also kind of goes through walls. Alright, so here we are at the entrance to the Proving Grounds, and I'll leave that area for the next video. See you then!